What up, y'all? This is Patrick Hayes, and today what I want to talk about is the top 6 energy drains that are stealing your life force energy. And the reason why I want to talk about this today is because one of the most beneficial perspectives that I've taken on my path of personal growth and self-development is this perspective of understanding what energy drains are and the idea of plugging my energy drains. So stopping the drains. This has been super helpful for me to look at things this way because it really gives me some tangible action steps that I can take to raise my vibration and to help accelerate my personal growth. Okay, so number 1, the mind. And this is huge. You hear this everywhere. You've probably heard it a million times, but it's absolutely true. The mind drains so much energy when it is not trained properly. And a good way of looking at your mind can be like a stubborn horse. Your mind is like a stubborn horse and you have to train it to think properly. Otherwise, it's basically getting whipped around by all the stimulus in your environment and it's draining your energy on a regular basis. So negative thoughts, this drains your energy. Pointless thoughts, this drains your energy. Any kind of thinking that actually isn't fueling you or supplying you in some sort of way, it's an energy drain. So different practices like mindful meditation, different practices like centering practices, positive thinking practices, all these kinds of things are extremely important in learning how to balance your mind so that your mind is not draining you. Now, I've made other videos on this. You can go ahead and look in my video selection. You'll be able to find other videos on the mind specifically. But mastering your mind is a key component of personal development. Okay, number 2, drama. This is huge. How many people are addicted to drama? How many people do you know that are addicted to drama? And then how many of you are actually addicted to drama yourself, but it's easier to think about it when you're pointing at somebody else? Drama addiction is off the charts. This is why there's so much drama in the media and movies, because it sells, right? People are addicted to dramatic things. Everyone knows someone that's addicted to drama. Someone that whenever something dramatic is going on, their ears perk up and they go and they want to get into the mess. They want to be part of it. I made a whole video about this called drama vamping. I'll put the link in here. But this is a huge thing and it's something to pay attention to. If you're addicted to drama, if you get excited when drama comes along, it may perk up your energy for a little bit. You might feel a little stimulation of energy, but what you're actually doing is you're starting to feed off low vibe energy. And low vibe energy is ultimately a drain. It may perk you up a little bit in the moment while you're, gossiping or whatever it is. But eventually what happens is you crash down and then you crave more and then you start creating drama in your life and in your environment, things that pull your energy away from you just in order to get that little energy fix. Okay, so number 3, toxins in our food and in the things that we drink and consume. And this is like through the roof because the world is so toxic nowadays. I mean, everybody pretty much knows this to a certain degree. If you don't know this, well, you need to know this, that tap water is not the way to go. Regular conventional food is not the way to go. In fact, there's so many pollutants in the air that it's probably a good idea to get some sort of air filter or get some sort of protocol for detoxing your lungs and detoxing your body in general, because toxins in our environment are a major energy drain. What happens is when we have irritants in our system, they literally drain our energy because our body has to spend so much time and so much effort trying to detox pathogens and trying to detox different chemical toxins from our system that we can't use that for thinking, we can't use that for energy, we can't use that for the pastimes that we enjoy, and we basically lower our quality of life and lower our energy levels as a result. So start drinking good water. Don't drink tap water anymore, and don't even just use one of those cheap Brita filters. Go get yourself a really good filter, or actually even better than that, go find a good spring water source and then filter that water or start distilling your water and then remineralizing it. This is a great way to get a better water supply into your system that isn't filled with all the heavy metals and all the pharmaceutical runoff and all that other garbage that's in the tap water. Also, another good first step is go 100% organic. Stop eating crappy conventional foods. This might mean giving up some of your favorite restaurants if they have shitty quality food, but you know what? It's actually totally worth it because when you start fueling yourself with good sustenance, your whole life improves. You feel clearer, you think clearer, you act clearer, you make better decisions, just everything gets better. And then start to implement some detox protocols. The favorite things that I use are activated charcoal, C60, and MSM and vitamin C. I also use an infrared sauna, and I really like rebounding too. So all those things are super useful, and there's many other things that you can do also. Okay, number 4, this is media. This is huge too, right? How many people are addicted to media? How many people are addicted to social media? How much energy does that drain from you when you've been scrolling for 2 hours and your eyes get crossed and you can't even think straight anymore? You just feel kind of anxious and weird and uncomfortable. Well, that's an energy drain, right? Media in general can be an energy drain if you're not using it correctly. Now, don't get me wrong, there's a bunch of great media out there, but you should really feel into yourself after you've been on media for a certain amount of time and say, like, has this fueled me? Has this uplifted me? Or is this draining me? And cut out the stuff that drains you, right? If it's toxic media, if it's even pointless media, drains you, right? So don't involve yourself with that kind of stuff. It's a waste of time. Now, I just made a video about this. I think this was the last video or maybe 2 videos ago, which was called media manipulation. This talks about value simulation and how media, a lot of stuff in media simulates value to get people to click on it or go after it, but it doesn't actually deliver the value. So go ahead and watch that video. That'll tell you more about how to balance your diet of media. Okay, number 5. Now this one is one that's often overlooked. People don't talk very much about this one, but this is posture. Posture is huge. And anyone that's actually done a significant amount of Qigong or yoga understands this. And this is why these practices are so powerful. This is one of the reasons why. Because we have different meridians that are energy, meridians are basically like energy rivers that run through your body. And it is what delivers your prana or your life force energy to your body. And if you don't have the right posture, then it's basically like disrupting a river. So all of the water is just kind of spilling out of your body, right? Out of your energy field. So, if your back is all hunched over and you're spilling energy out, the energy's not moving up and down your spine the right way. And naturally, you're not going to have an optimal performance capacity because your energy isn't fueling all your different energy centers. So posture is huge. What I would recommend is go and take some Qigong classes. Learn what that posture is. You don't necessarily have to become a Qigong master or a Tai Chi master or anything like that. But when you learn what the posture is, then you can start correcting your posture. This has been a huge thing for me because I developed terrible posture as a kid. But what I realized was that after I had done Qigong and Kung Fu for a while and yoga, I realized that these postures really help the energy flow, and that when I am able to keep myself in the correct posture, I think better, I feel better, I act better, I make better decisions, and everything in life is just better. So doing that really gives you the capacity to understand how you're supposed to keep your balance, how you're supposed to keep your energy centers moving through your posture, and then as you move through your regular day, you can correct your posture when it falls out of balance, and you can start actually feeling when you're out of balance. Okay, number 6, this is the last one, but this is a big one, and this is energy vampires. Now, I made a video on energy vampires. I'll put a link up to that here. This one is huge because there's tons of energy vampires running around. You might even be an energy vampire and not even know it, right? If you're addicted to drama, we talked about this already, you might be an energy vampire. But the other side of that is energy vampires are energy leeches in your environment. So those kinds of people that come into your environment and push your buttons, and then they feed off of that energy. It might not be that the person's actually trying to piss you off or irritate you, but it might be something where they're just always bringing up something that takes your attention and takes your energy, so you have to focus on their drama or whatever their issue is, and it drains your energy from you. It can also be people that systematically disempower you or say things that belittle you. It can be different spiritual teachers that actually do this, that tap onto your different chakra systems and steal your energy from you. And one thing I would say is that if you have a lot of energy vampires in your life, the first step to being able to get out of those situations and re-empower yourself is to agree within yourself that you're not going to give your energy away anymore and not make it their responsibility. You can't make it the energy vampire's responsibility to stop vamping you. You have to make it your responsibility to stop giving your energy away. Otherwise, you're playing in a victim role, and when you're in a victim role, you will always be a victim, right? So you have to be empowered and say, listen, I'm not giving my energy away, and I have control over my energy. And if you have to change the circumstances in your life, maybe drop some friends that are energy vamps, that's cool. But first, you have to come to the conclusion that you're in control of your own energy, and you can't blame anybody else, but rather you have to take control. Okay, so those are the 6 energy drains that are stealing your life force. If you like this video, go ahead and hit the like. If you want to see more videos like this, put a comment below and tell me what you want me to expand on. And if you want to get updates, hit the bell button and you'll get notified every time I release a video. So thanks so much for tuning in. This is Patrick Hayes. Like, subscribe, share with your friends, and I'll talk to you next time. One love.